Hey everybody, welcome back to Spiritual Journey with Donna. Today we're going to talk about crystals, gemstones, and rocks. Whatever you want to call them there, I'll explain everything about them through this segment. And the real versus the fake, it's all going to be on here. First, I want to let y'all know, back when I was a kid, this was my first book that I had about crystals, or rocks and minerals, and I was about 6 years old whenever I got this, 6 or 7. It was printed in 1966. But I've told a lot of people, and we've laughed about it, that in this book, one of the things to collect was asbestos. So, there are things that you have to watch out for whenever you are collecting crystals, rocks, all that, because some of them are they've got, well, not asbestos in it, but we do have ones like Bumblebee Jasper that has arsenic in it. So you do not want to make moon water or anything like that out of it. Before you would make any moon water, anything ingestible, or even, I don't really know that I would want to wear this as jewelry. You might want to research a little bit, make sure there's nothing poison in the crystals that you are collecting. Okay, now I want to go over the things with you, like gemstones. They're called gemstones, crystals, rocks, so many different ways. Some people think of crystals as being clear, totally clear, like this crystal ball. There is also glass, like fancy glass crystal, and that is glass. A crystal ball, good quality crystal balls, are generally 10% quartz ground up in with the glass, and lead, because they are very heavy. I mean, that probably weighs at least 20 pounds on this one. And then this is called crystal, but it is also glass. So, it's not everything called crystal is a crystal. And I want to go over too with the first people or thing that a lot of new time people or ones just getting into it ask me are, how can you tell if a crystal is fake? Well, the best way to do, if a crystal is cold, it's real. If it will warm up, quickly in your hand, but if it's cold, it's real. Now, these are man-made crystals, man-made for metaphysical purposes. You'll see the shine and the glitter. I'll show you a few colors. This one's the green to draw the money, and a lot of people love that one. But it's made for drawing money and keeping money. This one, also a gold stone. That was a green gold stone. This is a red gold stone. They will also come in raw, but that's raw from lab-grown material. And nothing's wrong, with crystals like this. Everybody that is attracted to them, well, it's meant for you. It's meant to be. It's not any less because it has been grown in the lab. These don't come out of the ground. Not like that. Copper. That's what it is. Copper is the glittery part. Another one that is very popular, made for metaphysical purposes, is the opalite. And opalite is good for changes, new beginnings, things like that. And people are just totally drawn to it. It looks real. You got some raw, but it is lab grown. And mostly because opal itself is very expensive, so that gives you an option. And these days, everybody's wanting Moldavite. Now, this is real Moldavite. You can tell real Moldavite by the color. It's like an olive color. And it's translucent, but not transparent. There are a lot of fakes out there because this is a very rare crystal. It's actually from a meteorite impact from the beginning of time. It is one of those type things that if you see it in a bracelet, like a ball, a bunch of balls, type bracelet, that's not going to be real because it takes that unless you're paying probably $10,000 for it. But you're not going to get one for $100. But it's going to be plastic, and I've seen people with those, and it's made me pretty sad. Now, if it is this is a raw, and this one is a polished. And, by polished, it's gone through a polishing process, to shine up and everything. Whenever you see Moldavite in the polished form, it is going to have, some little infractions like bubbles in it are very common in Moldavite like that. It's just one of those things you've got to be very careful for, even if it's got a certificate of authenticity. So many people can print those, and it's just, just be very careful and go with somebody that you trust, to buy it from, because it's very powerful. It is one of those that's very powerful. Now, those are real. Let's get back to, these are dyed crystals. Now, so many people love just color in them. And a lot of the crystals will come in different colors, but dyed. There's vibrations are in the color. So, like, say, if you want something for money, you're going to want to get a green, success, a yellow. You can still use dyed crystals for the things that you're trying to manifest. Nothing wrong with those. And if you're attracted to it, that's what you got to go for if you're attracted. Now, a piece of plastic probably isn't going to give you those vibes that you're going to feel or that you need to feel. So, but if it does, hey, it's the color again. But these are dyed quartz. Very pretty, but dyed. Okay, and agate, most agates will come with that too, in a dye, if they're any other color, but the browns, the grays, they're going to be dyed. But they're beautiful, and people love them, and there's really nothing wrong with that. Like, any of these blues, yes, those are dyed. These browns, natural. So, you have to go for that too. Whatever you feel. Agate's real good to shield against hexes, curses, jinxes, things like that. These actually have a hole, so a pre-drilled hole so that you can put a necklace in it and make a necklace out of it. Some of them do, some of them don't. Now, there are also heat-treated crystals, and the heat-treated crystals are just as beautiful. They've got their own type properties. I'm talking about the titanium treated crystals that, this is a quartz, but it's got titanium, which they call it heat treated, over it. And that it's got its own type properties. So, if you're drawn to it again, that's the thing. So many of my customers are, and that's why I'm going to carry it for them. These have also got a titanium coating over amethyst. It's rainbow amethyst or angel aura amethyst, but very beautiful. And I've got the rose quartz in the same, and these two are some that people just love. I mean, they just love it. And that's the rose quartz. And of course, rose quartz is for love, all about love. Universal love, love yourself, in love, it doesn't matter. You just say what you want. This amethyst, the rose quartz to bring it, and it will. Now, I've got the raw in the rose quartz too. And I've got tumbled that has not been heat treated. So anything, you know, that comes like that, you know, it's real. It's going to be cold at touch, and then it starts getting into the heat, you know, from your hands. Now, I'm going to show you something here, and I think I'm going to, yeah, I'll be able to do it. This is citrine, and I am going to keep it apart. This is heat-treated citrine. This is natural citrine. A few years ago, people were making a big deal out of citrine not being real. Even though it's heat-treated, it's real. If you're attracted to it, again, if you're drawn to it, if you like the vibes that you're getting from it, nothing wrong with it. Other people would prefer to stick to the natural. It's not as shiny and bright as far as the color goes. You know, it's a little bit more on the duller side, but it's real. You know, and it's natural without being heat treated. I'll show you the other part of it too. I'm going to get these naturals back in before they get mixed up. And this one is the natural citrine that comes out of the cave like that. Now, where do crystals come? They can come from caves, mines, volcanic regions. That's where most, you know, will come. I've had people that's come in that has found them in their yard. I mean, there might be, maybe was a volcanic region before, but usually the ones they find in their yard are limestone. And, you know, nothing that is of any value, really. I wanted to show you different ways that you can get your crystals. Like these hearts. You know, a lot of people just like stuff that, these are real, but they've been shaped. You know, so you got your hearts, lots of rose quartz. Of course, that's for love anyway. And then you got your obelisks. This is fluorite, and I love fluorite. One of my favorites because it's got so many, you know, you got greens and purples, sometimes pinks and blues in it, but most of the time it's just going to be the greens and purples. And I've also got, this is selenite. Everybody needs selenite in their collection. Now, selenite is in the gypsum family. So it is, you don't want to get it wet. You know, gypsum, that's what drywall's made out of. You don't want to get it wet. But this is one that if you've got it by your crystals, it can cleanse and charge them. And it never has to be cleansed itself. You just, you know, let it do its thing. If it starts turning dark in the middle, then you know it's time to send it back to the earth, is what I say. Just bury it. Now, here is amethyst in its natural form from the cave. Very beautiful. Amethyst is one of everybody's favorites, I think. Well, most all of my customers. And this is celestite. This is a 3.5 pound piece here. But this is celestite, very spiritual, nurturing, angel communication, actually, and we'll have a show on that one day too. Very beautiful. All right, I just wanted to show you some of that. This is a pink amethyst. Not as common as your purple amethyst, but it's a pink amethyst, and this is polished and raw, both. Shined up. Okay, and what else do I have here for you? You know what? I think I've done it all. But I do want to say that, you know, the crystals, here I'll let you look at this beautiful little lotus flower while I talk to you. Crystals mainly come from Madagascar, Brazil, the U.S., and Australia, though they can be found, you know, in other places. Peru, I've gotten Uruguay, has some beautiful amethysts there. But the thing of it is, you've just got to go with what you feel. Oh, I do want to show you one thing that I do. Let's go back. I don't think I dumped out the blue gold. So when you are picking a crystal, the way I do is I dump them in a tray, and then, now I've got some customers that want to feel the vibes, but the thing of it is, wherever your eye is drawn to in the beginning is going to 99.9% of the time be the crystal that you pick. So just remember that if you want to work fast, that's going to be it. Whether you take 10 minutes to figure out that that's the one or not, you'll always go back to it. It never fails. Thanks so much for watching my channel, Spiritual Journey with Donna. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something, gotten something from it. And make sure that you like, subscribe, and that way it keeps us knowing that we're doing something right for you. Thanks so much.